My name's Danny Diliberto, founder of Ladles of Love. It was founded back in 2014. Communities we work with are all over the peninsula, and we're working with 138 beneficiaries now. We've grown exponentially. We've been able to do that because of all the kindness that we have experienced from individuals and corporates such as Interbet, who just want to be part of the change.
15:08 is the off time for our headliner, race 7 on the card, the R1 3/4 million Grade 1 Hollywoodbets Gold Challenge over 1,600 meters. And what a race, what a spectacle it promises to be. Before we discuss it any further, we've got a rerun of Charles Dickens winning the WSB Guineas at Hollywoodbets Greyville on the 6th of May. And then watch Al Mutana's run in the Independent on Saturday, Drill All Stakes run on the same day, finishing 3rd alongside Gimme a Prince, who came out subsequently to win the Golden All Sprint. And then we have interviews, comprehensive interview package with Glenn Cotson, Vaughan Marshall, Candice Bass-Robinson, Ricky Maingard, Mike de Kock and Justin Snaith.
Of the track, 300 metres to go now. Charles Dickens on the inside, hits the front, and Cousin Casey's now trying to put on the pressure with Dave the King over the last 100, but it's Charles Dickens from Cousin Casey the last 100. Charles Dickens, Cousin Casey's here again, but Charles Dickens is too good. Charles Dickens won it, second here again, and then came Dave the King and Cousin Casey. William Robertson, Sylvanas dashes further back in the run on the outside. Triple Fortune as they come down to the 200 metre, and now William Robertson comes home strongly. Gimme a Prince with the black cap. Al Mutana's running on. Desert Miracle, Bingwa on the outside. Here's Al Mutana coming strongly. Triple Fortune, and it's Triple Fortune who won it. Second will go to Gimme a Prince. Third Al Mutana. Desert Miracle's involved with Bingwa.
Yeah, so he's in the mile. It's the greatest mile I've seen in decades. Honestly, it's the best milers I've seen for a while. So we're not probably expecting to win it, but it would be nice if we did. But it is part of his prep going now forward. And then we've got 3 weeks into the July. I think we'll just go really easy on the July Gallop, give him a canter to show the people his well-being. But that's basically where we're going with him.
Yeah, Michelle, you know, there no other races for us to run him. And, you know, he doesn't qualify to get into the Cup trial, which would have been the ideal race. His merit rating is too high. Yeah. So you've just got to take and make do with the next best plan, and that is the Gold Challenge. It's an extremely tough field. It's a top field. And it's not ideal to bring him back in distance, but he's a very versatile horse, and it's all part of the preparation for the July. So, yeah, you know, his work has been really good, and we're just holding thumbs.
Gosh, yeah, he's really an improved horse, you know, since he's been gelded. And, you know, this past season in Cape Town, he's pretty much won a handful of features, went up to Joburg, won a Group 1 up there, and travelled over to Durban and won the Drill All here. So, I mean, what more could you actually ask of a horse? He's just taken everything in his stride, the travelling, racing, tracks, everything. He's been a superstar, really, and he's really doing well at home here, at the tracks at home. He's flying at home. So, you asked me which is better out of the two. There's not a huge amount of between them at home. I would obviously like to think that Charles is maybe a better horse than what he is, but you wouldn't be able to let your guard down at all where he's concerned at the moment. He's really doing well. Also drawn well on Saturday. Loves a mile. I think he'll be a big runner as well, and you know it'll be interesting to see how the two of them are against one another. I hate to have to run them against one another, but there aren't any options, you know, for Triple Fortune. Just unfortunately they have to meet one another, but as I say, they're both doing really well. I'm really happy with their preps, and I really do look forward to the two of them on Saturday. Yeah, look, he's come on very nicely from that run. You know, he'd had a nice break going into that race. He'd been out back on the farm, and it was a little bit of a hurried prep to get him ready for that first race up here. He'd only had one gallop going into the race, so it was always a little bit of a concern for me, but you know, he won pretty much in style, and the race definitely would have brought him on, you know, quite a bit. He's had a nice gallop here as well, so you know, he's in good shape at the moment, Michelle. He's fresh, as you saw him this morning. He's jumping and full of beans this morning. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to his run on Saturday. I think, you know, he handled the Greyville track perfectly well last time out. You know, he's very much a professional when he's racing. He just does things. He hadn't seen the track before. He just takes things in his stride. You know, he's drawn nicely on Saturday. So, you know, there are a lot of things in his favour, and obviously he loves the mile. So I'm looking forward to, you know, a good run from him obviously on Saturday, and we're obviously hopeful.
Yes, we're absolutely delighted. You know, like I said to you, it was a prep run for this big race on Saturday. Everything went according to plan. He ran wonderfully well, and he took the race very well. And he's in a great shape at the moment. I think we can't get him better than he is at the moment. Obviously, there's the 2 horses of the Basses to try and beat, you know. They're fantastic horses, both of them. And Charles Dickens, whoever beats him, I think will win the race on Saturday.
He's doing very, very well. He caught us a little unaware first up, so we had to squeeze another run into him. But Saturday's a bit of a double-edged sword because I think he's a massive July runner. And one doesn't really want him to run that well all over them and get a penalty, but it's a Group 1. I mean, it's insane to actually even believe that you can think that.
It's going to be a tough one for him, make no mistake. He's at a point in his career where we think he's done a lot in that, you know, he's earned a fortune for the owners, he's run in the right races. Where do you go? You know, what do you do next? So this is the step up. I do think he'll run a creditable race. He obviously hasn't seen Greyville. I don't think it'll be an issue really. He shouldn't have much problem on a right-hand turn, but those are all things that you have to factor in. And it does complicate things, make no mistake. There are horses that run well there. Will he? Who knows? Very hard at the weights. We're literally running for middle of the pack. But he is well. I'm very happy. He flew up. He's in a good state of mind. We've done everything we possibly can. And just hoping for a positive run and then decide where to go with him after that. Look, he's actually very, very well, I must say. He's right up there where I've had him as good as I've ever had him. Obviously, this is not the aim. A couple of years we never ran in this race because of the penalties you incur. So he won it early on in his career, and then we couldn't run in it because obviously of the penalties. So at 8, this is his last, well, we think it's his last swan song. You never know with him. We decided, well, let's have a go. So I do think the draw will play into issue. Greyville is renowned for draws. We'll have to drop him out from there, so he'll be at the back of the field. There's nothing we can do. We just have to take our medicine. It's either that or you're running wide or you're over racing. So we're just going to use it as a race to bring him on for the Hollywood Durban July, which is obviously his big moment.
Well, what a race it promises to be. And Rahil, I'm putting all 3 into my play. Jackpots, pick 6s. I'm not going to try. This is the first leg of Jackpot 2. Trip of Fortune, Charles Dickens, Al Muthana. I can't see the winner coming from outside of that trio. It's a 3-horse war as far as I'm concerned, and I think Candice Bass-Robinson's words are wise. Don't underestimate Trip of Fortune. We're all on the Charles Dickens bandwagon. But to be honest with you, at the current price, I can't believe one is 5 to 10, and El Muthana is 7 to 1. He beat him fair and square in the Lawrence King's Plate. El Muthana is the king of the milers at the moment. He won this race last year. It's for Charles Dickens to come and take his crown away. But like I said, I'm not going to leave any one of the 3 out. It's a 3-horse contest as far as I'm concerned. El Muthana, Charles Dickens, Trip of Fortune.
And with you, no disagreements at all, Graham. I think those 3 horses will likely see our winner come from one of those 3 horses. And yeah, we're looking forward to this contest. Obviously, as Graham mentioned last year, the winner was Al Muthana winning the Hollywoodbets Gold Challenge. He'll be looking to defend his glory. But Charles Dickens, well, the mighty Charles Dickens, let's see if he'll be able to topple the defending champion at the price. Well, Charles Dickens, he's strongly fancied at around 4 to 10. Al Muthana, lots of value at 7 to 1. And we're looking forward to a cracking renewal of the Hollywoodbets Gold Challenge. This Group 1 over 1,600 meters for 2023.
Hi, I'm Trevor, the CEO of the same foundation. The donation we received from Interbet helped us in procuring vital life-saving medical equipment and PPE for Tygerberg and Groote hospitals in the Western Cape. This was while the Western Cape was the epicenter of the pandemic. If you would like to get in touch or assist us in these projects, you can get hold of us on our website, which is www.samefoundation.org.za, Facebook and Instagram or LinkedIn.